Do you need an alternative to quilt binding? Have you tried facing a quilt? Many art quilters love to use facing instead of binding. Let's learn how to apply facing to a quilt using my peaceful portrait. I'll show you step by step how I applied facing to this peaceful portrait. On how do we finish once we've done all our decorative stitching, we can face it and we can add hanging triangles or not. It's our choice how we finish. We can put on a binding if we want. Facing, I think, has a nice art-like appearance, but you pick whatever technique you want. If you've never done facing before, you basically need 4 strips of fabric that are folded in half, like 3 inches and then or 4 inches and folded in half or more, your preference. And then you want to make the first set of strips the width of the top and the bottom of the piece. Same width, just like you see here. Then the 2 left and right, you want them to be 1 inch shorter than the height. 1 inch shorter. And you fold those in half so that you have the raw edges on the perimeter of your piece. This is how you do facing. And you're going to stitch it down. It's being attached to the front of your piece, not the back, to the front. So you're stitching the top strip and the bottom strip that are the exact width of your piece, stitching it to the front with a 1/4 inch. Then you're taking 2 strips left and right that are 1 inch shorter than the height, and those are also stitched to the front right on top, just like you see there. Once you do that, cut the corners so that you can turn it and have a nice corner on your piece. And the reason why we want them 1 inch shorter is so that it's tucked underneath without bunching up a whole bunch of fabric on the back. And you get nice corners when you do that. And then you have to hand stitch the back. The facing, which is the black fabric, also added some triangles, but you don't have to add triangles. This one has facing with no triangles. The triangles are to use a dowel to hang the artwork when you're done. That is an example of just one technique that you learn in the Peaceful Portrait workshop. Have fun stitching beautiful resting faces. We're going to have an opportunity to use 3 different stitch types: free motion quilting, hand stitching, and decorative stitching. Most of the background is all about the decorative stitches. We're going to have fun to create a beautiful background. We'll have several faces that are resting. Faces are easy to stitch even for those who are beginner quilters. This is called Peaceful Portrait.